Hi, and welcome back to Rediscovering RC. I'm your host Julio, and today I thought we'd take a look at the Serpent X20 Medius 1/10 scale touring car. Let's open her up and take a look inside. Okay, here we have the Serpent X20 Medius 1/10 scale electric touring car. Two things that should be noted about this kit if you buy one. Number one, this is not sealed in any way, not the outer sleeve and not the box inside. So if you buy one of these, you might want to make sure that you inspect it and make sure that everything is there. I happen to buy this directly from Serpent America, so I'm pretty confident that what's inside is complete. Now, a couple of things right off the bat. You will notice a couple of extra parts in here. When I did get this kit, I went ahead and ordered some of the parts that are available for it. These are basically all the chassis stiffner parts that were available as of the time of this video. There are a couple of parts that I still need to get. And from what I've read online, it's really important to have these chassis tuning ports because the chassis is designed to flex, and with these parts you can control the amount of flex in there, which will change the handling characteristics of your car. So very important to get these. I'll go ahead and display these a little bit so you can get a look at the part numbers, and I'll probably put these also in the description below. Alright, so opening up the kit here, we've got here bag 8, which is the top stiffener, along with a couple of other support. We've got the Shocktowers, another chassis brace. Yeah, it looks like both Shocktowers are in here. We've got, the battery mount pieces, okay. Bag 9, we've got the front bumper, the graphite bumper support, body posts, and the associated pins, washers, and whatnot. On to bag 7. Bag 7 looks like it has shock eyelets. This is the servo mount. We've got our we got our servo horns here, turnbuckles, and some of the with bearings and everything, the steering assembly here. In bag 7. Bag 6, we've got the kit sway bars along with the eyelets and mounts. Bag 5. Bag 5 appears to have what is this part? This is this is the center gear mount and engine and motor mount, along with the spur gear holder, the idler, and associated bearings. Bag 4. Bag 4 has the axles. We've got some upper arms here and hubs, along with some of the spacers for setting the caster. Can't really tell yet if this is the front or rear, but it's one of those assemblies. I would venture to say, because of the low number, that's probably the front. Bag 1, here we've got all of the, these are probably the front and rear axle mounts for the diff, the diff holders. We've got the idler gears, belts, lower arms. Okay. The solid axle bag. This is obviously for the front. We've got the axle along with the pulleys and the outdrive. Sorry, no, this is a ring, not the pulley. Or rather, it's the outer ring for the pulley for the belt. Sorry. The shock bag doesn't have a number, but I'll imagine that there is a specific step for you to assemble these. These are really tiny shock bodies, so I was kind of curious about these and wonder why they didn't go with the same big bore bodies that they go with, but I would imagine this is an effort again to lower the center of gravity of these cars. That was one of the things I was really interested in the 4X because of its out of the box design. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't try to continue developing that car for this one. They could have easily gone with a center spool design on that one as well. We've got the foam bumper. We've got our shock oils and our diff oil. So we've got 7,000 CST oil for the diffs, and we've got 350 CST shock oil for all of the shocks on board. Okay. Bag 2. Bag 2, we've got, this is the other side, where bag 4 was the other one. I stand corrected. Maybe this is the front end and the other one's the rear end. So in either case, we've got our suspension parts here. The diff bag, this is for the rear since the solid axle bag was separate, and it was obviously for the front. We've got the full diff assembly here with the pulley washers. Okay, that should be interesting. We have bag number 3 here, which has a couple of turnbuckles, shock eyelets, bearings, and a belt. We have the antenna tube. With today's radio technology, not sure that we're going to need that. We've got here the chassis. Again, this chassis has quite a bit of flex in it, and again, these stiffeners that I mentioned at the beginning are really there to help manage that flex that you have on this chassis, so very important to note. And here we have the sticker sheet along with a USB drive. Now, another very important thing to note about this kit is that these kits do not come with instructions. The instructions are in a PDF file that's in this USB drive. So, you know, I've seen it quite a few times on the internet already. It's like, hey, my kit didn't come with instructions. Well, you know, Serpent is, you know, they're being very eco-friendly here and giving us a thumb drive, which you can easily update if there happens to be an update to the manual. You can go ahead and download it and put it on the USB drive just to have it. So with that being said, the box is now empty, and that is your unboxing of the Serpent X20 Medius. Well, that'll do it for today's episode of Rediscovering RC. I do hope you enjoyed the unboxing that I had for you today. Please do me a favor and like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Any and all feedback that you provide for me will do worlds of good to help me make this channel even better. Thanks again. I'm your host, Julio, and we'll see you next time.